Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market's opening action, the trend that it's going to be like in today's trading session, and also what should be your investment strategy. To discuss all of this, I have a very special guest joining in. Miraj Vora joins in from IDBI Capital. Good morning, Miraj, and thank you so much for taking the time out. Well, the markets are cheering on. We have seen a good opening, 500 points up on the Sensex, Nifty around 16,750 as well. You have the big names, Reliance, Infosys, Ultratech continuing to be in action. What are you really making of this move today?
So Sakshi, so from last 1 week, we have seen that, every day Nifty has been surpassing its critical resistance levels. We did take one blip at 16,400 where we made a low of 16,438. From there, yesterday we did cross 16,600. Today it is 16,700. Possibly that, we may go, take this rally beyond 17,000 looks very likely right now. Overall, the interesting part is that, now VIX has also started a downward trajectory. It has breached 20 marks now at around 19.3 currently. So that also gives a little bit of comfort zone. And generally, we have seen that, if the expiry day last 1 hour, if we have that good amount of run up, then the next day we tend to give it up. But today it is not the case. We are sustaining it, which shows that, there is now strength for the markets.
Okay, but would you advise Nifty should be taken on as the trade going forward from here versus Nifty Bank? Where would your comfort level be?
Comfort level would be at around Nifty now more than Nifty Bank. They both actually will now work in tandem. But I would, wait, in a day, you might get a little bit of a downtick or, some kind of profit booking at 16,800 levels. We are tending very close to those levels. So if we get a dip towards around 16,700 or 650 is where I would prefer to go long and wait for 17,000 as targets.
Okay, understood that. Also, in terms of sectors, where are you keeping your keen eye on now? We have seen the onset of monsoons in several parts of the country. Do you believe this is a time to also look at some subsectors like fertilizers? Of course, you've spoken a whole lot about the defense space and the auto space in the past. Anything else also attracting to you right now?
We are still continuing to focus on those two major themes which we had discussed last time also would be agriculture and agri-related stocks where fertilizer gets included, even if you say a few of the auto names get included. And even now, it is spilling over to the auto ancillary side also, where, you are seeing ancillary stocks also now getting some traction. So that is where, the overall centralized theme would be there for next going 3 to 4 months. Besides that, yes, defense has been our favorite since a very long time. More than I remember that 8 months we have been advocating that, defense is one thing which we need to be focused on. So today there is an bilateral meet between the Defense Minister of India, Rajnath Singh, and the Defense Minister of Israel. So that also might get some more positive boost for our defense. Plus, if you see BEL, they have upped their revenue targets for the next year. Even HAL has now got into civil aviation also, where they have got light civil aviation licensing. So that all is going well for Indian defense. So defense plus agri theme in that you may see a specialty chemicals or fertilizer stocks which are now in focus. So that would be one space. Plus also other thing is that not only agri stocks but agri producers. Say for example, you have sugar producers. We have seen a good amount of decent correction into sugar names. So for next 6 months and even for a 1 month trading are looking very attractive at current levels. So that would be the central theme for us.
Okay, let me talk about two stocks and then we can go ahead and talk about your stock specific recommendations for the day. The first stock which is in news today is Ultratech Cement. It is going to be expanding its capacity by FY25. It's given a target of 2.6 million tons per annum. Also, the investment of 12,886 crore rupees towards that. How does this place Ultratech Cement in the cement basket? Is there a trade here?
So see, this is what you have when you get a new player coming in. It pushes those old laid back players to think out of the box and start expanding. It is just because a few days back we had saw Adani increasing its capacity followed by Ultra. But yes, this gives a very good opportunities in the cement space. be it ACC, Ambuja, or even Ultra. Today we have seen that stock has seen some downtick, but that gives them beautiful opportunity to enter into this stock. It's an heavyweight into the cement space. 5,750 is what we don't see this stock breaching currently. So at this current juncture, within 100 points of a stop loss, you can see this stock running as good as 6,200 in going next 5 to 6 trading sessions. So that is a very good bet for Ultratech currently. And besides that, also ACC and Ambuja can be looked at. These two stocks are also showing good strength.
Okay. Also, the big boy Reliance Industries I have to talk about, because yesterday the stock was reacting very sharply on the news of acquiring a toy manufacturer's Indian business manufacturing facility right here from Italy-based toy manufacturer. And today, again, there is some more news of GeoBP tying up with MG and Castrol to set up a four-wheeler EV charging station. How is this going to play out for Reliance Industries, and what should investors do here?
So for Reliance Industries, if I remember correctly, last time when we had spoken, we still had a target where, it still looked on expansion base. 2750 was what we were looking at around that. Today it has surpassed that. And still, it looks really positive. And now, the major trigger besides of that being the toy manufacturing with Italy one or the GeoBP one is that, they are also now acquiring boots. There are things that, it may get finalized in a very short term. Now, that's a very big premium medical franchisee across the globes, and I've seen at many airports also. So that would be another trigger where, they currently have it in the domestic medical business also, and now foraying into the international one. So that will open a new revenue stream. And now that has become such a big giant that it is in various other segments. And technically, if we go beyond 2850, which is likely that it may go in next 2-3 days, and it can easily surpass its all-time high also, and we can see 3,000 mark on Reliance.
Okay, we can see 3,000 mark on Reliance Industries. It is on an upward trend. Now let's move on to understanding where are you placing your bets and your top stock recommendations for all our viewers today.
So two top recommendations, one specifically from the fertilizer space, which is Chambal Fertilizer. We have been positive on this stock from last at least 1 week, where we see this stock, making good traction. 368 is where currently the stock is trading in the futures segment. One can buy that with a stop loss of 359, and target would be at around 390. And the second stock is in the tire space. After a long time, we have seen, a good traction in Apollo tires. So around 220, 221, one can buy with 215 as a stop loss, and 228 and 235 as targets.
Okay, understood that. So Chambal Fertilizers and Apollo Tires on the top radar, target stop losses shared with you. This is the space that you can look at for trading bets. Thanks a lot, Miraj, for being with us, sharing the insights on markets and these top recommendations with all our viewers.
Yeah, thank you, Sakshi.